Hello and welcome to That United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. I'm bringing you the latest concerning Mason Greenwood this morning, as it has been reported by The Sun that Ten Hag has reached out to Mason Greenwood to check on the player's physical and mental state and told the 21-year-old that he was happy the charges had been dropped. Of course, I'm going to take it with a pinch of salt. Don't believe this. I'm just bringing you the news. So let's get straight to more details on the article. This article was written by Sam Brook of the Daily Mail, and it says a source told The Sun Mason has spent a long time with very little, if any, contact from the club, and as when they were in touch, it was never direct, always through a third party. So for the manager to call him, it was a very big step for him, and he really appreciated it. The manager inquired how he was feeling physically and mentally, and said he was pleased the charges had been dropped. And also, according to the article, he said Ten Hag thought it was the right thing to do, that is getting in touch with Mason Greenwood and talking to him. But however, it was reported that he made it clear to Greenwood that it will be the club's choice as to whether he returns to the first team or not. Ten Hag made it clear it will be the club rather than him from which decide if Mason can play for Manchester United again, the source added. Mason's spirit was lifted by it. He has been at United since he was 6 and just wants to get back to playing football for them. He's happiest with the ball at his feet and wants to give his career back on the track, but he knows the club has a massive decision to make. Like I said, I'll take this with a pinch of salt. It could be true, it could be false, but it's not unlikely it could be true. Of course, the charges has been dropped, so there is no more need for everybody to stay away from him. So if Ten Hag decides to want to call him, it's his own decision. But of course, the decision is not up to him. So it's just going to be him, not just showing a bit of concern for the player, physical and mental state, and just wanting to hear from the player. But like he said, it all comes down to the decision the club decides to make. Earlier this week, Greenwood made a significant change to his Instagram page as he deleted more than 180 posts but kept United in his bio. Greenwood's player profile remains on the club's website as the Red Devils ponder whether to keep him on their books. That would be a very tough decision for Richard Arnold and all other board members to make. He also kept Nike in his bio despite the major sports brand cutting ties with him last year after the allegations were made. It is understood that some of the female players working for Manchester United in the female team are deeply uncomfortable with the idea of Greenwood returning to the club, which could mean he has to look for a team elsewhere if he wishes to continue in the game. And also, some members of the first team male squad also are very uncomfortable with him coming back. But like I said, it all boils down to what the decision the club decides to make. Of course, the players will be consulted on this, the manager will be consulted, sponsors will be consulted. Greenwood is believed to be willing to resurrect his career abroad, with the option of playing in China appealing to him, which is not a bad idea because right now, even if he plays for Manchester United again, I don't think he will ever play for the English national team ever again. So maybe he needs to move on to a country abroad, rebuild his career there, rebuild his image there, and maybe in future come back to England and maybe do something. But for now, it's really unlikely, and it all comes down to what Manchester United decides to make. So let's see what happens. And finally, kudos to Ten Hag. He has had to deal with a lot of things in Manchester United this season already, in just not even less than 1 year in charge. He has had to, change the way we play from being so bad last season to being far better this season. The Ronaldo issue with PS Morgan and Manchester United, the Sancho issue, now he's back and doing a bit better. Now the Mason Greenwood issue, the January transfer window issue, Glazers selling. Ten Hag has had to deal with a lot of problems for this season, and he has dealt with them excellently so far. And I'm really encouraged by the way he deals with things and also his mentality. And definitely this man is the right man for the job, and I'm happy he's at the head of the team. And yeah, hopefully most of all this problem comes and goes definitely, and we can go back to rebuilding the team and rebuilding Manchester United.